Hello. I'm annoyed. I've been trying not to talk about this for a while, but I can't escape it. Numero magazine and Sebastian Kim, the photographer who did the African Queen spread. You're stupid. You're really dumb. And this is after doing the research. You know, obviously, originally, especially when you're black, and you find that this photographer thought it would be a cool concept to paint a white girl brown and call her an African queen. This is before the research, mind you. You feel some type of way. And it enraged me. I feel like that's really disrespectful. And when you first see that, you're not seeing the concept behind it. You're not seeing the idea of a melting pot or whatever. You're seeing a white girl in blackface portraying an African queen. That's what it speaks. It speaks louder than your concept. It does. I didn't care about the concept. I'm an artist. And my first thought was, well, what was the concept? When you put a white girl in blackface, that looks like the concept. Now, I did my research. Like I said, they apologized, sort of. And I don't know how to feel about it because it's like, that's stupid. It's stupid. Like, what made you think that it would be okay to put a white girl in blackface? Because that's what you did. No matter how you try to twist it, no matter what you try to say your concept is or whatever, to the readers of Numero magazine, 9 times out of 10, they're not artists. Your demographic isn't full of artists. Your demographic is full of girls and some boys, probably, who like looking at pretty people and pretty things. That's what they're looking for. They don't give two rats' booties about your concept. So, when you put a white girl in blackface, that's all I'm going to see. I'm an artist, and that's all I saw originally, but then after I calmed down a little bit, I was like, well, what is the concept? So I read first I read Numero magazine's apology, and they were like, oh, we apologize for offending anyone. We were trying to display the embracing of the melting pot and racial ambiguity and the idea that skin color doesn't matter and blah blah blah. And it's like, if that's your concept, first of all, if that's your concept, you need to make it more obvious. Because it's not like America is just full of hippies and we're skipping through fields of sunflowers and dancing on rainbows and, there's never been any racism. The country's full of racism. Obviously. Now, I know, and this is the thing, it's not an American magazine. It's a European magazine. It's French, I believe. But it's no secret to the world that black people were in slavery for hundreds of years. And then after that, we didn't have any rights, and were killed just for being who we are. No other reason than that. Be at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong color skin, and you was gonna die. It's not a secret. The history of black people as a whole is not a secret. So, I know you knew that that would be offensive. You had to know. And if you didn't, you're really dumb. That doesn't display any melting pot or embracing of the melting pot. And it's like, if you're gonna say you're embracing the melting pot and saying that skin color doesn't matter, instead of trying to, if you're gonna embrace the melting pot, celebrate all complexions. Don't ignore them. Don't just say they don't matter. Say that they are all beautiful. It's like, if you chocolate, you being chocolate is beautiful. It does matter. It makes you beautiful. Just the same way a white girl is beautiful. Just the same way a Hispanic girl is beautiful. They're beautiful because they are who they are. They were made in the image and the likeness of God, just like everybody else, and therefore they are beautiful. God don't make ugly. I know it's cliche, but it's true. God don't make ugly. People make ugly. I'm talking about physical. You're beautiful. Celebrate that, if that's what you're going for. That's what embracing a melting pot is. You don't ignore the different complexions and races and cultures and things like that you don't ignore them to celebrate the melting pot. Therefore, if it's a celebration, why not celebrate the cultures of the melting pot? So, use a black woman to celebrate black women. If you want to portray an African queen, use an African queen. If you're talking about racial ambiguity in being a melting pot, I feel, are going to end up being portrayed in different ways. I would have just painted everybody a bunch of different colors that aren't flesh tones. Orange, green, blue, red. And paint them all a bunch of different colors, different people of different complexions, with different hairstyles, obvious different cultures, and paint them a bunch of really different, completely unnatural colors, and say that you're all beautiful and I really don't care what your complexion is. Because you could be orange to me and it's not going to make a difference. That's what racial ambiguity is. That's what celebrating racial ambiguity is to me. Now, if you're going to talk about an African queen, I'm done with you. Now, Sebastian Kim is hold on. Okay. I'm going to move quickly because I've already been talking for 9 minutes and I'm really bad at doing this whole short rant thing. Sebastian Kim, apparently you're the photographer. I'm all about freedom and creativity, and there's nothing, and I am an artist, so I know there's nothing an artist likes more than freedom and controversy, but you went too far. Apparently you were not trying to portray what Numero magazine did. You didn't know that that they were going to put African Queen as the title of the spread. You were not even trying to portray what it looked like. You were trying to portray a Moroccan. You said you weren't trying to portray an African queen. You were trying to portray a Moroccan woman. Morocco, yeah. Just look at a map, okay? Even then, at least get somebody who already looks like what you're portraying. If that's the culture you're celebrating, if that's the culture you're inspired by, either put a white girl, maybe even put a white girl in the outfits that are inspired by that culture. It's been done many, many times before. You're still inspired. You're not doing the, like, you know, you're not boring. You're still inspired, and it's still creative, and you're still an artist. But I'm sure you could have found a brown-skinned woman to portray a brown-skinned woman. It's just really no excuse. You're wrong. And to the model, you're only 16, but you need integrity too. Read a book. You have no idea what you did, sweetheart. Read a book. That's all I'm going to say to you. And you need to apologize too. I'm done. Goodbye.